The government of Ghana has at all times worked with MCC in structuring this transaction in the best interest of Ghanaians. No effort to get Ghana a good deal has been spared. Third, is it true that the transaction was botched by some machinations of government? Government has not been up to any machinations. The intent has been to ensure efficiency in the ECG turnaround program and the fulfillment of the broader compact all along. Was there something wrong with switching from 80-20 to 49-51? Absolutely not. The government holds the view that in transactions of this nature, Ghana and Ghanaians should be given an opportunity to get a deep end of the stick as much as is possible. Was there something wrong with switching from bank guarantees as opposed to insurance guarantees? Our views are the two have the same effect. There was nothing wrong with this change. It was the only feasible path at that stage since the tariff methodology had not been made available as at that time. Is government still interested in private sector participation? Yes, government is interested in private sector participation. In the coming days, the minister responsible for finance will be outlining how we intend to achieve private sector participation in the ECG turnaround program still, even in the absence of this particular option. Should government have acquiesced to the MCC pressure to save the $190 million US grant? We do not believe so. The view of government is that to the extent that we're advised, and we believe same to be true, that the concessionaire had failed in delivering and maintaining valid securities, it was not possible to go along that route. The government of Ghana in 2014, during the Mahama administration, signed up to the compact agreement and opted for private sector participation in the ECG turnaround. The Akufo-Addo administration lifted Ghanaian participation from 20% to 51% to ensure that while Ghana benefits from both the technical and financial muscle of the elites, Ghanaians have the opportunity to participate more significantly in the non-technical parts of the concession. The government believes that any transaction of this nature must be structured to give Ghana and Ghanaians a significant play. Additionally, the government ensured that no jobs were lost in the transfer process, and no jobs will be lost even in this termination process as well. The decision that the government has had to take, as difficult as it is, despite the significant international pressure, is necessary in our view to protect and preserve the assets of ECG and Ghanaians. President Akufo-Addo took a solemn oath before God and the Ghanaian people that he will be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana, that he will dedicate himself to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana, and he has done exactly that despite the pressure. The $308 million US already secured will be utilized to improve the parts of the program, such as the primary substations, etc. Measures have been put in place to ensure a smooth transition fully to ECG. The government has been committed to ensuring and will continue to ensure that even in this period, or the period of this suspension, electricity supply has been and will continue to be stable. Dumso is a thing of the past. We also do not expect interruptions in power supply as a result of this decision. During the intervening period, government also noticed several actors, political and civil society, who weighed in on the matter with some views. And we note sections of the Ghanaian community that have proffered well-meant suggestions. Our view is that when your nation is at the crossroads, you back it, you wish it well, and you support it. We also note in particular the opposition NDC that has only sought to make political capital out of this with the hopes that it will inure to their parochial benefit. They have consistently made efforts to pitch Ghana against foreign investors, and this is not the first time. In the FT transaction, they sought to report the sovereign state to the US government with hopes that the US government will investigate and maybe sanction the Ghanaian authorities. They failed. In the Sino-Hydro transaction, they sought to get the IMF to scuttle the transaction. They failed. In this particular transaction, you will recall that they were quick to seek to get the US government to take over the inquiry and literally push Ghana on where to go. Initially, they claimed that this was because conditions precedent had been changed to conditions subsequent, and that is why due diligence wasn't properly done. This has been proven over time to be mere propaganda and a palpable untruth, and it will not wash. The NDC distortions that the Akufo-Addo government conspired to bend the rules for PDS have also clearly been exposed by the record of events. For the avoidance of doubt, government reiterates that neither the government nor the president has had any interest in PDS. PDS is a consortium that was created by the company known as Meralco, which was the successful bidder in the selection process. Government or its assigns did not form PDS. Meralco was selected through an international competitive process supervised by agencies including the MCC, which process was initiated in 2016. And we are of the view that this attempt to distort facts will not wash. While the NDC seeks to always tag this transaction as corrupt, they have never been able to adduce one piece of cogent evidence to back this claim. The evidence, rather, is that the Akufo-Addo administration is the one which, through due diligence, discovered the suspected breach and has proceeded to act to preserve national assets. And again, any propaganda to the contrary will not wash. We thank Ghanaians for the confidence reposed in the key government actors who are handling this transaction. They will continue to act with conviction in the best interest of Ghanaians towards securing PSP in ECG or in the ECG turnaround and its attendant benefits.